Greetings everybody, Jeffrey Guterman, and I'm doing Strat-O-Matic. This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. And I just decided to go ahead with this ball game. I'm setting it up. You rarely see me set these up. So let me just get this going here. Stand by as I put the lineups in. I'm right now I'm looking at Baseball Reference for the actual lineup, and that's how I'm putting this in. Talbot is the pitcher for Seattle. He ended up on Oakland, and I'm going to have to pull him from Oakland. Oops. Oh, shit. Third, center, left, right. Doesn't take me too long to set these up. This is a snoozer of the game. Just gotta log right through it. Then I put in what relievers, if any, pitched in the game in real world, and I just use that as a guideline. I don't have to. Looks like a lot of folks. Even Pizarro came in. Then I enter the standings for each team and any streak that they have. For Seattle, 43 and 71, they're in 5th place. .34.5 out. They've lost 4 in a row. And Cleveland, 44 and 73 minus 37. And they've won 3 in a row. Wow. That's with winning 3 in a row. My goodness. 44-73. 41-72. And I enter the real world outcome. It was a close game. Cleveland won at 6-5. A run. Seattle was down 6-4. They scored 1 run in the top of the 9th and they lost. Mark Shucker has arrived. Glad to see you, sir. Just a little late getting set up here. Before I started early, before everybody knew we got it. Then finally I looked to the last game to see what, if any, relievers came in and who won. I think it was Cleveland. It had to be Cleveland. They won it 6-5. How do you like that? This game was 6-5 in real world, but in the replay they won 6-5. Rogenberg and Locker pitched, so we'll try not to use them. Williams and Burkhart pitched. We'll try not to use them, even though Williams was used in real world. So that takes care of that. We are set. Now all we got to do is pull out the players and throw in the fielding ratings, and we will be all set to start this ball game. Talbot is developing, so we'll put him out here. And the developer. Pagliaroni, Donaldson, and Clark. And let's pull Talbot out. From Oakland. No reason why you can't do that. There he is. He's a right-hander. We'll keep him with the team until he plays for Oakland. Now let's get the Cleveland Indians. Klimchak, Baker, Horton, Harrelson, Sims, Cardinal, Eddie Leon, and Mike Paul. Put in the pitcher's hitting cards. Talbot is a 6 NR. And Paul is a 1 WO. There we go. Let's throw those ratings in. Harper. And I typically do all of this before the broadcast so you can see what I do. So setup takes about 10 minutes for me. A good 10 minutes, maybe a little more. It's all part of the game. I kind of like it if I had a sort of, I could do it by computer and just plug them in, you know what I mean? Including all the outcomes of the game. Be much better. And we will take a little break here when I get it all set up, bring in the crowd noise, and then I will give the lineups, and then we'll play ball. Like to see here for Talbot. Talbot comes into this game with 2 wins. He had 6 in real world. And Paul comes into this game with 3 wins. He had 5 in real world. Then I just open up my file for crowd noise. It's that simple. And we'll be ready to play some ball here. And I'm in a pretty crummy mood today, but not awful. Very tired. Woke up about 5 o'clock in the morning. So largely out of sheer boredom, I'm playing this ball game. So I will be back in about 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll play ball. Opening lineups, and we'll play ball. Okay, I'll be back very shortly for this ball game. Refresh my coffee here. is about where I usually come in with the game all set up. Second of a 3-game series, Seattle at Cleveland. Cleveland took the first one 6-5, dated August 12, 1969. For Seattle, leading off is Tommy Harper at third. Dick Simpson bats second and center. Wayne Comer in right. Tommy Davis in left, hitting cleanup. Greg Goosen batting fifth at first. Jim Pagliarone catching. Batting sixth, John Donaldson at second base. Ron Clark batting eighth at short, and the pitcher is Fred Talbot with 2 wins. For Cleveland, it's Dave Nelson leading off at second. Klimchak at third. Frank Baker batting third and left. Tony Horton, the cleanup hitter, at first. Hawk Harrelson in right. Duke Sims bats sixth, he's catching. Jose Cardenal in center field batting seventh. Eddie Leon at short, and then the pitcher Mike Paul, he comes in with 3 wins. Paul is a left-hander, Talbot a right-hander, and Cleveland takes the field. Pretty small crowd out here, as the home team in last place, Cleveland, and Seattle, of course, well, they're Seattle. And leading it off, Tommy Harper facing Mike Paul. Here's Mike Paul now. The pitch to Harper. That's 4-5 right-handed, flies it to right. Harrelson is there, 1 away, we're underway here. That will bring up Dick Simpson. Right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch to Simpson. That's a 1-7. And he struck him out. 2 away. For Wayne Comer. Okay, Paul winds, and the pitch. 4-5 right-handed, fly ball right field. Hawk Harrelson makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mike Paul. After a half, it's Seattle nothing, Cleveland coming to bat. Here's Fred Talbot, Seattle pitcher. Leading it off for Cleveland is Dave Nelson. He struck him out. Now Klimchak, left-handed hitter, Talbot on the mound. Oh. Talbot into his windup, the pitch to Klimchak. 6-10 left-handed, fly ball center. And Simpson is there, 2 outs. And Frank Baker comes up. Here's Talbot into his windup. The pitch to Baker now. That's 1-2. And that is it's a line drive to second, caught by Donaldson, and a very nice catch. It was single 1-17. It's a line out. Donaldson makes it, and that's a 1-2-3 for Talbot. So both pitchers, 1-2-3 innings. We've gone 1 no score. Now the southpaw Mike Paul with Tommy Davis leading it off. Okay, here's Paul into his windup. The pitch to Davis. 2-7, grounds it to short. Eddie Leon has it. There's one out for Greg Goosen. Cleveland has won 3 in a row. Paul winds and the pitch. 5-4, catcher X. Sims a 3. 5-3. Oh, he drops a pop-up. Oh, Duke Sims with the error. First base runner in the ball game for either team. Goosen is on first, 1 down. Here's Pagliarone. Here's the pitch from Paul. 6-12 right-handed. Fly ball to left. And Baker getting under it. 11-4. Oh, he can't get to it. It drops in. That's going to be extra bases. A double. Goosen goes to third. That's the first hit of the ball game for either team. Pagliarone on second, Goosen on third, 1 down. And here's John Donaldson. This is lefty-lefty. Infield is brought in. Here's Mike Paul. And the pitch to Donaldson. 6-6 left-handed. Oh, that is a fly ball to center. Deep enough for Goosen to tag. And that's an unearned run. So it's 1-0 Seattle on the sacrifice fly by Donaldson. It's 2 outs now. Pagliarone held at second for Ron Clark. Here's the pitch to Clark. 3-6. And he lines it to first, caught by Horton, and the side is retired. But there was a run, it was unearned. And after 1.5, it's 1-0 Seattle. Here's Tony Horton, bottom of the second. Let's get that air conditioning blowing. It's hot out there. I'm telling you, it is hot. You're in Fort Lauderdale, so you don't even notice it. Then you walk outside, you realize, wow. Okay, Horton steps in, Talbot on the mound. Here's Talbot, the windup, and the pitch. 2-9. Grounds it to third for Harper, 1 out. So Talbot has retired the first 4 Indians in this ball game. Here's Hawk Harrelson. Okay, Talbot is ready. Here's the pitch to Hawk. That's 6-8 right-handed. That's going to break everything up here. It's a base hit for Hawk Harrelson, first hit and base runner this afternoon for Cleveland. So Hawk on first, tying run. And Duke Sims is the batter. Sims bats left-handed. From the stretch, Talbot. 1-3, fly ball right, and Comer makes the catch, 2 outs. Now Jose Cardinal. With Hawk Harrelson being held, I had forgot to hold him. That's how that happens. And then he's not held. You have to say it out loud. And he'll be a 1-12. Here's the pitch to Cardinal. 3-8, right-handed. Grounds it back to Talbot. And the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. It's 1-0 Seattle through 2. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. Just started this game out of the blue. No warning. And that happens. Who knows? I might do another one. The problem with me is I need coffee to play. I just do not like to play without coffee. And there's so much coffee you can drink. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Fred Talbot, a 6 NR, his first plate appearance of the ball game. Mike Paul on deck. And the pitch to Talbot. That's 1-6, and he grounds it to second for Nelson. There's 1 away. Then you can also come 5 o'clock. I could do a game and do cannabis, which is okay, but it can be tedious. I'll tell you that. Tommy Harper now with 1 out, nobody on, top of the third. Seattle leads at 1-0. Here's Paul now. And the pitch to Harper. 3-7, he walked him, and that's a mistake. That's almost like giving him a double, because he is a 1-15 stealing with Sims behind the plate. Dick Simpson is the batter. Hall with a big lead off first and 1 out. Paul from the stretch. The pitch to Simpson. And there goes Harper. And he's out. Harper is thrown out stealing. So it's 2 outs, nobody on, with Simpson at the plate. What the fuck is that? Okay, here's Paul. And the pitch to Simpson, 6-6. And that's a fly ball to center. And oh, what a beautiful catch by Jose Cardinal. It was a double 1-7, and it's an 8. He caught it. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, a walk. None left after Harper thrown out, stealing. Middle of the third, 1-0 Seattle. Eddie Leon leads it off here for Cleveland. I'm going to refresh my coffee. I could make more coffee if needed, because I only had 1 pot this morning. I like to limit myself to 3 pots a day. I usually have 2 in the morning. This is almost spent. It wasn't quite a full pot. Okay, here's Eddie Leon facing Talbot. The pitch to Leon. 5-4 right-handed, fly ball center. Simpson a 3. 2-3, that's going to be a double for Eddie Leon to lead it off. That brings up Mike Paul. He's a 1WL. He's a D bunter. I think we'll pass on any idea of him bunting. Talbot from the stretch on the pitch to Paul. 4-7, left-handed, and he walked him. So it's first and second with nobody out. And Dave Nelson is the batter. Okay, Talbot. Facing Dave Nelson, who struck out in the first. Here's the pitch from Talbot. 2-9. And he grounds it back to Talbot. He forces Paul at second. It's first and third with 1 out. And that'll bring up Lou Klimchak. Infield is back for the double play. Klimchak flew to center in the first. Here's the pitch to Klimchak. 4-6, left-handed, pops him up to short. Clark has it, 2 outs. That was a big out. Now it's just 1 out away here to get out of this for Talbot. It's 2 away, first and third. Talbot popped to second in the first. Okay, Talbot. And the pitch to Baker. 1-6. And he walked him, so the bases are loaded with Indians. And 2 away. Baker on first, Nelson on second. Eddie Leon on third. And 2 away, and the very dangerous Tony Horton is the batter. Okay, Talbot, full windup here. And the pitch to Horton. 4-4 right-hander, catcher X. Pagliarone is a 4. 14-4. And it's a pass ball, followed by a foul out, but a pass ball bringing Leon home. So the side is retired. A run scores on a pass ball. Let's just check that rule. No extra. That will be an unearned run. But it is not recorded as an error. So it's an unearned run. And both runs are unearned. So it's a 1-1 ball game after 3. Very interesting the way that happens. And we're headed to the top of the 4th. Mike Paul, the batter. Leading it off for Seattle is Wayne Comer. Flew to right in the 1st. Okay, Comer steps in, facing Paul, the southpaw. We're all tied up at 1 now through 3. Hold on. .610 right-hander, fly ball center. Jose Cardinal is a 2, 18-2. And he makes the catch for the first out. Now Tommy Davis. The great Tommy Davis, as he was sort of toward the end of his career here. He had some great years in the early 60s. Davis grounded to short in the 2nd. Here's the pitch from Paul. That's 5-7 right-handed, and that's going to be a double down the line. A 1-out double by Davis. Davis on 2nd with 1 down here. And Greg Goosen is the batter. Goosen reached on the error by Sims and scored. The first run, the only run, the unearned run. It's interesting that the unearned run scored by Cleveland was based on a pass ball by Pagliarone, Seattle's catcher, although that was not recorded as an error. Davis on 2nd, 1 down, Goosen. Here's Paul from the stretch, and the pitch to Goosen. 4-6, right-handed, struck him out. That's the 2nd strikeout today for Mike Paul. 2 down. And Jim Pagliarone, who doubled. He doubled home Goosen, who had reached, actually he doubled and moved Goosen over to 3rd. Who had reached on the error by Sims. It's 2 outs with Davis in scoring position. Here's the pitch from Mike Paul. 4-9 right-handed, grounds it to short for Clark. He's a 4. 3-4, that's going to go through for a base hit. And Tommy Davis comes across to score. That'll make it 2-1. Pagliarone with the 2-out single, bringing home Davis. And John Donaldson is the batter. He knocked in the first run. It was unearned. Now it's 2-1 Seattle. Okay, Paul. Here's the pitch to Donaldson. 6-7 left-handed, and that is a line out to first, caught by Horton. Nice catch by Tony. The side is out. But a run on the double, then the single. 2-1 Seattle in the middle of the fourth. And here's Fred Talbot now. Both pitchers, their endurance innings are the fifth. Wait a minute, Mike Paul's the sixth. Fifth, I'm sorry. Both in the fifth. And there's some thunder. You might have heard. But no sign of rain as of yet. We may get this ball game in without a problem. Here's Hawk Harrelson now. Okay, Talbot is ready. Here's the pitch to Hawk Harrelson. That's 3-6. He struck him out. And that's the second for Talbot. Definitely, I'm hearing thunder. That's real world thunder, folks. And we go by real world weather conditions here. One out, nobody on. The dangerous Duke Sims at the plate. Here's the pitch from Talbot. That's 5-12 left-handed. Grounds it to second. For Donaldson, a 4. 11-4. And he throws him out. 2 away. Jose Cardinal is the batter. Jose steps into the batter's box. Take a look at the sky. There's rain clouds out there, but they are not too heavy and they're a bit scattered. So we may, I forgot what the word is, we may skirt this after all. Just bear with me a second. Okay. We got a Okay, Jose Cardinal steps up with 2 outs. Talbot is ready. Here's the pitch to Jose. 2-8, and there's a base hit for Jose. He's a double-A, so he's going to be 1-17 being held with Pagliarone at +2. And Eddie Leon, the batter. Let's see if he gets the go sign. Talbot from the stretch. The pitch to Leon. And there he goes, Cardinal. And he's safe. So he puts himself in scoring position here with 2 outs. And Eddie Leon has a chance to knock him home with a base hit. Okay, Talbot now. The pitch to Leon. 5-7, right-handed, and that's going to be a base hit. Home comes Cardinal, and it's a tie ball game. Second hit for Eddie Leon today. Eddie Leon, a clutch single. And that brings up Mike Paul, the pitcher, with 2 outs and Leon on first. Ominous clouds in the sky. And they're pulling the teams off the field, and the tarp is coming out. We hope this is temporary. It's raining in Cleveland. We hope this is temporary. Please stand by. It's just a small drizzle. Like I said, it was not that bad. The clouds started to let up a little bit. They as a precaution, they brought the tarp out. It's the bottom of the fourth. It's a 2-2 ball game. Jose Cardinal on second with 2 down in the pitcher. Mike Paul is due up. See, it's starting to let up. We'll take a look to see how that is. They may be able to resume this ball game rather quick. Let's go take a look. Sounds a lot more ominous than it really is, but let's go take a look. I'll let you know how it is. From the sense I get, the tarp will be pulled out off very shortly. And we can resume this ball game. yonder seems quite a ways from here, and there's even some blue skies here with mostly dark clouds and blue skies. So we're going to resume this ball game in a few minutes. I still have a little bit of my rain delay thing here. And the grounds crew, I guess they misjudged, but they're going to pull the tarp off. And we're going to resume this ball game. Better safe than sorry, I suppose. Just be a few minutes here. We'll get back to this ball game. It's nice that we didn't have a long delay here. And I think this is a good opportunity for me to make some coffee here. Say it was a waste for them to pull the tarp out. It drizzled a bit. It was weird. It rained fairly well for about 2 minutes, and then it went back to a drizzle. It happens here in Florida. We broadcast remotely here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. Let me make some coffee here. So they're taking the tarp off now. And That means in just a few minutes or less, we'll get back to this ball game. It's a 2-2 ball game. It was 2-1 Seattle, and here in the bottom of the fourth, Harrelson struck out, Sims grounded to second. With 2 outs, Cardinal singled, stole second, came home on the base hit by Eddie Leon. And now Leon is on first with 2 down, and we're ready to play ball. Okay, Mike Paul steps in. A 1 WL with 2 outs. Leon on first. Here's Talbot now. From the stretch, the pitch to Paul. 5'10" left-handed, grounds it to short. Clark a 4. 4-4. Oh, it goes through for a base hit. Leon rounds second and goes to third. 3 consecutive singles here for Cleveland in the bottom of the fourth. And now Dave Nelson has a chance, a clutch situation. Again, Talbot's endurance inning is in the 5th. Okay, here we go. Talbot from the stretch, and the pitch to Nelson. 1-7 right-handed, struck him out, and that's the 3rd for Talbot, 2 this inning. But 1 run for Cleveland. They strand 2, and after 4, it's a 2-2 game. Looks like we got the makings of a good ball game here. Sorry Kathy isn't here with us. I know it was short notice. We move to the top of the 5th. And now both pitchers in their first endurance innings. Ron Clark leads it off, then it'll be Talbot, and then top of the order, Tommy Harper. Here's Ron Clark. Pull into his windup. Here's the pitch. That's 5-6 right-handed, and that's going to be a liner to second, and it's caught by Nelson for the first out. Now the pitcher, Fred Talbot. 6 NR, 0 for 1, grounded to second. Here's Paul. 5-7, and that's going to be a drive hit out into the gap, and it's going to be a double for Talbot. He is a good hitting pitcher. So Talbot on second, the go-ahead run with 1 out, and Tommy Harper, the batter. Flew to right, walked, thrown out, stealing. Or I should say, attempting to steal. Pull from the stretch, and the pitch to Harper. 5-11, right-handed, grounds it to first. Horton is a 4. 10-4. And he boots it for an error. Oh, Tony Horton with an error at first base. Going to third is Talbot. Second error for Cleveland today. It's first and third, 1 out for Dick Simpson. And the infield is back for the double play. Okay, Paul, the pitch to Simpson. 2-8 left-handed struck him out. That's the third for Mike Paul today. And now Wayne Comer. Paul trying to get out of this. Oh. Here's the pitch from Paul. 5-6. And that is a liner to second, caught by Nelson. Very nice catch by Dave Nelson at second base on a 5-6, 1-6 base hit. It's caught, and the side is retired. No runs. A double, the error, both left on, middle of the fifth. It's a 2-2 ball game. Now Fred Talbot in his first endurance inning. Lou Klimchak leads it off 0 for 2 today. Talbot into his windup. The pitch to Klimchak. 2-9. And that's a chopper to second. Picked up by Donaldson. There's one away. Now Frank Baker. Baker 0 for 1 and a walk. The pitch to Baker. 4-7 left-handed, walked him. That's the second walk drawn by Baker today. He's on first, one down. And Tony Horton, the batter. The very dangerous Tony Horton. Talbot from the stretch. And the pitch. 1-4 right-handed, grounds it back to Talbot, and he forces Baker at second. It's 2 outs, and Horton is on first. And Hawk Harrelson comes up. He's 1 for 2, singled and fanned. Talbot from the stretch, the pitch to Harrelson. 3-11 right-handed, grounds it to second. And Donaldson throws him out. The side is retired. No runs, no hits, the walk. 1 left after 5. It's a 2-2 game. And it's a pretty good game at that, I might say. Top of the 6th now. Mike Paul, 2 runs in 5 innings, one of them unearned. And leading it off for the Pilots will be Tommy Davis. He's 1 for 2. Doubled and scored in the 4th. It's the top of the 6th. Here's Paul now. The pitch to Davis. 2-9 left-handed. And that's a drive hit out to left. Baker can't get it. It drops in. And that's going to be a double for Tommy Davis, his second of the ball game. A leadoff double by Davis. Clean as a baby's ass. That double was as clean as a baby's ass. Or at least as clean as a baby's ass should be. And here's Greg Goosen. Davis in scoring position, nobody out. Okay, Paul is ready. The pitch to Goosen. 3-7. Fly ball center field. And Cardinal makes the catch. Davis holds. 1 out. And Jim Pagliarone, the catcher, 2 for 2. Doubled and singled. There's action now in the Cleveland bullpen. That's bizarre. It is not. It's Ron Law, the right-hander, warning. He pitched in this game in real world. Ron Law, the right-hander, is warming. Okay, Pagliarone already with a run batted in. Here's Paul now. The pitch to Pagliarone. That's 5-12 right-handed. Grounds it to second. Nelson a 3. 7-3, and he throws him out. Davis holds. 2-away. Now John Donaldson. Donaldson with a sacrifice fly. Actually, he didn't knock in a run there, Pagliarone. He knocked in a run here. It's 2 outs, Davis in scoring position. Donaldson at the plate. And the pitch from Paul. 5-3 left-handed, grounds it back to Paul. He's a 4. Oh, he can't handle it. It goes through for a base hit. Davis rounding third. He comes home. Seattle leads it 3-2 now. Second run batted in by Donaldson. On first base with 2 down. Again, Law warming in the bullpen. 1 more hit or walk, and Paul is fatigued. Here's the pitch to Clark. 2-5 left-handed, grounds it to second for Nelson, and the side is out. But there was a run on 2 hits and 1 left on. 3-2 Seattle, middle of the 6th. Paul has 2 hits in his endurance inning. Bottom of the 6th, Fred Talbot, meanwhile, is the winner of record now. And Paul the loser of record. And the always dangerous Duke Sims, 0 for 2. Both pitchers hanging in. Both starters. Talbot is ready. Here's the pitch to Sims. 3-7. He walked him. So Sims is the tying run on first. Now there's action in the Seattle bullpen. Warming is John Gelnor. Gelnor is warming in the bullpen. Sims on first, no outs. Jose Cardinal at the plate. Here's the pitch from Talbot. 5-6 right-handed, fly ball center. And Dick Simpson gets under it. There's one away. And the batter is Eddie Leon. He's 2 for 2. Doubled and scored on the pass ball by Pagliarone. Singled and knocked in a run. It's Sims on first, 1 down. And Cleveland down by a run here, bottom of the 6th. Okay, Talbot is ready. Here's the pitch to Leon. That's 1-7 right-handed. Grounds it to short, double play. So the side is out, no runs, no hits, the walk, none left. And it is 3-2 Seattle after 6. And this is going to give Mike Paul a chance to pitch another inning. 2 hits or walks, any combination. And Paul is fatigued. With Ron Law warming, Talbot will lead off. Remember, he doubled in the 5th, was left on. Paul due up to lead off the bottom of the 7th. They'd like to see if they can get him through this. Here's the pitch now to Talbot. 3-4, struck him out. That's the 4th strikeout by Mike. And Tommy Harper is the batter. Tommy 0 for 2. Walked, thrown out, stealing, reached on an error, left on base. Here's Paul now, the pitch to Harper. 6-3 right-handed. Oh boy, that's hit deep. Oh my. Oh, but his power against left-handers is a W. So that'll be a base hit for Harper. Being held 1-15. And here's Dick Simpson. Will Harper go again? He's been thrown out, stealing. Here's Paul from the stretch. There goes Harper. And he's out again. Oh, second time Harper is thrown out, stealing. So it's 2 outs, nobody on. And with Dick Simpson at the plate. Paul trying to get out of this. And the pitch to Simpson. 5-3 right-hander, grounds it back to Paul. He's a 4. 14-4, and he boots it for an error. What a shame. That is the 3rd error for Cleveland today. Simpson on first. He's a B. 1-2-10 stealing, being held with 2 outs, and Comer comes up 0 for 3. Again, Paul trying to get out of this. Here's the pitch to Comer, 1-8. He flies it to center. This should end the inning. Jose Cardinal makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, the error, 1 left. It's the 7th inning stretch here in Cleveland. Seattle 3, Cleveland 2. Ronnie Law will be the new pitcher for Cleveland, as there'll be a pinch hitter for Cleveland here in the bottom of the 7th. Paul pitched 7. He's the loser of record. He allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. He walked 1, struck out 4, and allowed 2 earned runs and 1 unearned run. And Law will be the new pitcher. He pitched pretty decent baseball for the most part. Mike Paul. And let's see who's going to hit here in the bottom of the 7th. Against the right hand, I'm sorry, he's next inning. Again, against the right-hander Fred Talbot, who's pitched also very, very well. It's going to be Russ Snyder, the left-handed hitter, hitting. Russ Snyder coming in as a pinch hitter here in the bottom of the 7th. Even though Paul is out of endurance range, he only allowed 1 hit in the 7th. No walks. He's had enough, and Russ Snyder comes in to hit for Mike Paul. Talbot has gone all the way. Here's Talbot now, the pitch to Snyder. 4-8 left-handed, and that is a liner to first, caught by Goosen for the first out. It was hit hard, and Goosen was right there. 1 down. And the top of the order, Dave Nelson. 0 for 3 today, reached on a force, left on base. It's the bottom of the 7th here. Here's Talbot, the pitch to Nelson. That's 3-6, and it's a base hit by Nelson. Nice contact by Dave Nelson to drive that into left center field. Nelson on first with 1 down. He's the tying run. Lou Klimchak is the batter. Remember, Talbot is in a fresh endurance inning here. Lou Klimchak is the batter now. 0 for 3. Talbot from the stretch. The pitch to Klimchak. That's 4-2 left-handed. Fly ball left field. And Davis makes the catch, 2 away. Now Frank Baker. 0 for 1 and walked twice. The tying run is on first, Dave Nelson, with 2 down. Here's the pitch from Talbot. 6-3 left-handed, grounds it back to Talbot. He's a 3. 23, and he throws him out. And the side is retired. So Talbot has pitched 7 innings, allowed 2 runs, one of them unearned. It's 3-2 Seattle. We head to the top of the 8th. Here's the new pitcher, Ronnie Law. He'll face Davis, Goosen, and Pagliarone here in the top of the 8th. Tommy Davis, 2 for 3, 2 doubles, scored both times. And Ronnie Law is ready. Here's the pitch from Law. 1-8, and he grounds it to short, 1 away. Here's Greg Goosen, 0 for 3. Scored the first run for Seattle, reached on the dropped pop-up by Duke Sims behind the plate. Came home. Law winds and the pitch to Goosen. 1-7, right-hander, hit deep and gone. Greg Goosen, I had a feeling that might happen. Greg Goosen has hit a home run here in the top of the 8th off Ronnie Law. That's going to make it 4-2 Seattle. And Goosen has power, no doubt about it. Didn't play much, but he's got power. For Goosen, that's number 6 in our replay. Again, he had 10 in real world. So it's 4-2. And here's Pagliarone, who's 2 for 3. Okay, Law is ready. Here's the pitch to Pagliarone. 3-7, right-handed, pops it to second. Nelson makes the catch, 2 away for John Donaldson. The pitch from Law. 5-9, left-handed, walked him. Donaldson on first, 2 down, and Ron Clark the batter. Here's the pitch to Clark. 3-7, right-hander, chops it to second for Nelson, and the side is retired. But 1 run on the home run, a solo home run by Greg Goosen. And in the middle of the 8th, it's 4-2 Seattle now. Meanwhile, Talbot pitching very good baseball. 2 runs in 7 innings, 1 of them unearned. He's fresh now in an endurance inning. It started in the 5th. But he has maintained his endurance. Leading it off, the dangerous Tony Horton now. In the bottom of the 8th. Cleveland down by 2. Talbot winds, the pitch to Horton. 2-7, right-hander struck him out. Oh, Talbot. Maybe getting stronger here. That's his 4th. Now Ken Hawk Harrelson, 1 for 3. Talbot into his windup. Here's the pitch to Hawk. 6-8 right-hander. And that is a drive hit out into the gap. It's going to be extra bases. Harrelson rounding second, and he comes into third with a triple. A triple off Talbot. Hawk Harrelson. It was 6-8 right-hander, triple 1-8, and it was an 8. He slid into third under the tag. And here's Duke Sims, the dangerous Duke Sims, who is the tying run at the plate. Duke 0 for 2 and a walk. Let's get some coffee here. Cleveland has won 3 in a row. Mounting a comeback here. Duke Sims at the plate. Talbot. There is Gelnar in the bullpen if needed. Okay, Talbot will work from the stretch with Hawk Harrelson on third, 1 down. Here's the pitch to Sims. 3-7, right-hander walked him. One more, and a hitter walk, and he is fatigued, Talbot. It's first and third, 1 out. And Jose Cardinal is the batter. Jose 1 for 3, singled and scored. He had stole second and then came home on the base hit by Eddie Leon. Okay, Talbot from the stretch now. Infield for the double play. The pitch to Cardinal. 3-4. Grounds it to third, forcing Sims, and a run comes in. Harrelson comes home. And it's a 4-3 ball game. Let's look at that again. 3-4 to Cardinal. A ground ball to third, and the only play was to second. Couldn't go do the double. So it's 2 outs now with Jose on first. He is a 1-17 stealing. He's already stolen a bag. He is the tying run. And Eddie Leon is the batter. Eddie is 2 for 3. Talbot from the stretch now. Here's the pitch to Leon. There goes Cardinal. And he is out. Oh, Jose thrown out. What a beautiful throw by Pagliarone, the catcher. So that'll retire the side. Talbot gets out without fatigue. 1 run on a triple, a walk, and none left on. And after 8, it's Seattle 4, Cleveland 3. Turned out to be a very good ball game. Top of the 9th, Ronnie Law allowed a home run to Goosen. And he is the loser of record now. Or no, he isn't. I'm sorry. See, Paul came out here. Yeah, no, he's not the loser. Paul's still the loser. Talbot will hit here in the top of the ninth. Oh, Mr. Perota. Stephen, I send you my condolences. I am so sorry, Stephen. My sincere condolences. And I want to tell you something. He's crossed over the Rainbow Bridge. I'm sure he's received his wings. He's undoubtedly in dog heaven right now. My sincere regrets to you and your family, Stephen. And we're going to devote this game to your dog. May he or she rest in peace. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we'll get back to the game now. Top of the ninth. It's been a very good ball game. It's Seattle 4, Cleveland 3. Ronnie Lawn in his second inning. And Talbot will lead it off. He's 1 for 3. And here's Law on the mound. If you're looking ahead, it'll be Eddie Leon, a pinch hitter, and Dave Nelson for Cleveland in the bottom of the ninth. Here's Law now. The pitch to Talbot. That's 6-7. Right-hander. Walked him. That brings up Tommy Harper. Harper 1 for 3. Walked. Singled. Thrown out stealing. Reached on an error. Law from the stretch. The pitch to Harper. That's 4-7 right-handed. There's a base hit for Harper, and Talbot will go to third. First and third, nobody out for Dick Simpson. Law in the jam here now. Simpson 0 for 4. Here's the pitch to Simpson. 3-8. Grounds it to second, double play, and Talbot will score. Oh, Harper, I did not call Harper as being held. I didn't call it out loud. That was an error on my part. And that error, it would have been worse. Oh, it would have been worse. So it's now a 5-3 ball game with 2 outs and nobody on. It happens. And Wayne Comer, the batter, 0 for 4 today. 2 outs, no one on. Law's allowed 2 runs in his relief stint here. Okay, Law, the pitch to Comer. 2-7 right-handed, grounds it to second, and the side is out. But another run for Seattle. Bit of insurance. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. Seattle leads by 2. And Fred Talbot has gone all the way. Really pitched good baseball. Traded to Oakland at the end of the season. We're using him here. He was still with Cleveland. Eddie Leon will lead it off. The Indians are down by 2. I just need to use the lavatory. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, here we go now. Eddie Leon is the leadoff batter. Talbot has gone all the way. Gelnar is available. He's not warming now. He warmed up earlier. 2 hits and/or walks, and Talbot is fatigued. Here's Leon now, 2 for 3. Talbot into his windup. The pitch to Leon. 5-8, right-hander, grounds it to second. That's for Donaldson, a 4. 15-4, and he throws him out. 1 away. What a pitching, very nice pitching by Fred Talbot. Now there'll be a hitter for Law. See who's going to come in here against Talbot, the right-hander. And it's slim pickings, I'll tell you that, with this this Cleveland ball club. Very slim pickings on the bench. Well, we'll bring in Ken Suarez, who's been plagued by injuries. He only had 85 at-bats. Oh, Lord. So Suarez steps into the batter's box with 1 out, nobody on. And Cleveland trailing by 2. Here's Talbot. The pitch to Suarez. 5-7, right-hander, and that is a base hit by Suarez. Looks like they're going to have a runner for Suarez. They've got to have somebody who can run better than 1 to 10. I'm sure they do. It's going to be Chuck Hinton, a 1 to 15. Chuck Hinton is running. And Talbot is 1 hit or walk away from fatigue here in the 9th. Dave Nelson, the batter. So it's Hinton on first. He's a D stealer. He won't be held. And there's Thunder. Talbot trying to finish this up. Nelson 1 for 4 from the stretch. And the pitch to Nelson. 1-5. Struck him out. Number 5 for Talbot. 2 down. And it's all up to Lou Klimchak. He's the tying run at the plate. It's Hinton on first, running for Suarez. Klimchak 0 for 4. Talbot trying to finish this up. He's from the stretch now. Gets the sign from Pagliarone. And the pitch to Klimchak. 2-10. And it's a chopper to first, picked up by Goosen. And he takes it himself to the bag. The ball game is over. Final score, Seattle 5, Cleveland 3. It was a good game. The win goes to Talbot. He went all the way, 9 innings. He allowed 8 hits. He walked 5, struck out 5, allowed 2 earned runs, 1 unearned run. The loss goes to Paul. And Mr. Perot, I don't know if you're still here, I'm going to nominate Fred Talbot as the star of the game. Donaldson got 2 runs batted in. That was great, but and in fact, he but I don't think Mr. Perota is here, so we will give it to Fred Talbot, the star of the game. The final line in this game is Seattle 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Cleveland 3 runs, 8 hits, and 3 big errors. That takes care of this one, folks. I have one scheduled for, I think, because this game was originally going to be tomorrow. Actually, I do have it. I have California at Detroit. Messersmith for the Angels and Kilkenny for the Tigers. So join us then. We're doing 2 replays in a way, a 1911, which is more of a novelty, and that game, the St. Louis at Chicago NL game, is scheduled for Saturday at 8:15 a.m. The Angels Tigers will be 7 a.m. tomorrow. But these are all subject to change. Again, if you're listening, Mr. Perota, my sincere condolences on your loss. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well. And I'll catch you all next time.